Okay, let's go.
Bonjour and welcome back to Image Impact Index. I'm Patrice Bisiot, your host, and every week we meet because I'm helping you to build your brand. So today's episode is how your clothes are talking.
You already know.
Yeah, I know. That's like No, actually they do. Yes. But what are they saying about you? Yeah, because you know now, you're enough with me, you know branding is not marketing and logos and taglines. No. Branding is about the core of who you are. It's the way you exude your energy. That's the way you tell your story. And remember, if you don't tell that story correctly, well, someone is going to write it for you. And trust me, you are not going to like the ending. So you need to take control of that narrative. The story you tell every morning when you put your clothes on is just to get dressed because you have to, because getting out naked in the street, not so good. And nor to be like, oh, okay, whatever, that'll do. So will that do your career, that do your promotion, that do your second date, that do the respect of your family? Yeah, that's how deep all this goes. You see, clothing is far more serious than wanting to be a fashionista. And by the time you are taking those lessons with me a few weeks in a row, trust me, you will be a fashionista, because fashionista is really what? Is understanding that story you're telling is the right story. That aligns with who you are. Like when you show up, everything you wear, everything that's on you represent who you are. Because you see, every fabric, every stitch, every button, every cut, everything you choose is what is telling your story. Yeah, I'm slowing down because I want that to be clear in your head. When you get ready in the morning, it is not just going through the process like a bazooka. No, be mindful. What are you feeling like today? What's your emotional state? How do you want to translate that today? And maybe that's a day today where you feel a little more like, I'm not feeling so great, but I'm okay. But it's not like the highest day. Not every day is an amazing day. We all are emotional beings, so of course there are days, but that's it. Be mindful. And in fact, that day, take extra step and time to realize that, let me make sure I'm going to wear something that empowers me, that makes me feel good, that's going to lift me up, instead of just going through the motion. I don't feel that great. Who cares? Whatever. Yeah. And then whatever. And that's where you're going to be sitting at the bar next to who could become your business partner, your boss, or your date. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, why didn't I pay attention this morning? Yeah, guess what? There's no redo and no second chance. Done. When you have missed your chance or your opportunity, that was the only one you had. So be mindful, because again, the way you are dressed is the message you're sending, and now people want to know by visual cues and looking up. Am I going to invest in you? Am I going to trust you? Which is the first one. In fact, I should have started with that. Am I going to spend time? Am I going to listen to even that person? That is how powerful clothing is. Instead of just thinking that it is a fashion experience, it's a message experience. It's an intentional experience. It's a purposeful experience. So now let's talk about something I hear all the time. And the three most common scenarios are the following. So the first one is to blend in. All right. How many times do I hear? Oh, you're good, you're daring because of what you do. You're daring because you can. I can't. Okay. I deal with CEOs and people that are, famous, and yeah, I am my brand. And yet I am talking to very powerful leaders. That doesn't make me feel like I have to wear a tie every time I meet them. No. I'm going to meet them the way today I feel like this is how my message is. My glasses are exactly what I want them to do today. It's the fit. It's my custom jacket that my friend Rene Ruiz designed for me, because everything has a message. So I hear, but I'd rather go neutral. Okay, so neutral. So by neutral, you mean like you blending in, it's boring, and it's not a matter of interpretation. It's like, okay. And it's like the most important, I mean, safe, but the most important to remember, when you blend in, you're forgettable. We talked about it in another episode. You go to the job interview and you want to blend in. Well, good luck with making a difference with the other 300 candidates that the HR has already seen. That's what it is. And in person, by the way, and online, it's the same thing. Whether a Zoom call or in an office, it is the same premise. So now the second one that we have, now it's like, oh, I want to stand out. Okay, great. What does that mean to you? Oh, I don't know, but I want to be like out there and bold. Yeah, okay. But as we know, even that takes balance and thinking and purpose. It's like, yeah, but you know, I want to be like, you know, the attention of the room. Okay, but you see, everything again is about balance. So if you're uncalibrated, if you're all over the place, if you have a message which is so like, example, the other day I'm in this meeting and the lady said, oh, I knew you were coming. I heard about you. Your reputation precedes you. Okay. But the funny thing was, she thought, oh, you said to us to be out there. So I went out and look what I'm wearing. Oh, trust me, girl. I saw what you were wearing from the other side of the building. And I mean, effort of wanting to get out of that comfort zone. But again, out of your comfort zone is something you mature and you master. And she had those parakeets, I mean, some sort of bird, papagayos, I don't know. Those things flew out of the jungle, got into a hoop, and that hoop, those things were basically waiting on that hoop, hanging from her ears. And yet, it was a meeting where it was actually a marketing and sales meeting. So it was something a little more like, you know, out there, creative and all that. But nonetheless, this is the thing. You see, now wanting to be out there, and I encourage everyone to be out there. My jacket for most people is out there, but it's out there with purpose. The fabric that I chose, the fit is right on me. All those things are not just out there to be out there. That's the thing. That means now you're going the other way, which is not any better than boring or out there for the wrong reason. So anyway, those birds, that's all I could see. I thought they were going to sing at some point because it was so big and she was on the other side of the room, but it was, believe me, not so great. All right, so now it's also getting dressed without intention. Meaning, literally today, okay, what am I looking at? Like, here. Oh, you know what? Oh, I would have worn that green shirt I love so much. Yeah, but it's dirty. Ugh, okay. Or, there is the green shirt that I like. Hopefully you love, because if you don't wear something you love, same thing. How are you gonna, translate it into leadership and power? So anyway, but it's not ironed. Okay. Oh, it's not ironed, but you still gotta wear it. Oh, I see that plenty. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, actually, I should say sometimes gentlemen a little more because oopsie, the guy that, traveling, maybe the guy that just got divorced and now he has to face all that by himself. Yeah, whatever the scenario is. The importance is not on that. The importance is whatever's here, and you know what, or maybe it's comfortable. I hear that a lot. Oh yeah, but I need to wear something that's comfy. Okay, it doesn't mean that your pajamas are comfy, and that's one thing. You're home. Your sweats are comfy. Your yoga outfit is comfy. You're coming to work, or even if you go on a date, and if you want to wear something comfortable, and that's the message you're sending the other person, no one will swipe to the right for you, nor they'll give you a job. So that's how it works. You see those three scenarios, and it happens all the time. I want you to remember them and saying, oh, okay, yeah, blending in, not so great. Wanting to be out there, it's not so great if it's not done intentionally, or else, who cares? All right, so those three scenarios, out the door. We're here to build brand your brand with intention, purpose, and goal. All right, now let's get into a famous example. And today, sometime I know I give you CEOs of, major worldwide companies, but today we're gonna talk about this woman who is also a pop culture phenomenon, Anna Wintour. I know all of you, you know her. Okay, that's not like because she is in fashion, but because that's the thing. You see, first of all, the woman walks in. What happened? The haircut, the bob, the bangs, the glasses, the sunglasses, because she has that thing. It becomes her image and her signature piece, and it's the fitted dresses. The materials are meticulous. Every detail on her is beautiful and yet classic. And she is out there because everything she's wearing is not your anyone and everyone's storyline. See, the way this woman get dressed is intentional. And yet it's classic, so that's the thing too. To be noticed, you have to be out there without, no. What she's wearing is not everybody's brand story. It is hers. Because you see what she does, she's intentional. Because not only, yes, she represents fashion, so you would think, okay, yeah, but that's part of what she does. Yes, it is. But it is about branding. It is about the reputation of the magazine. It is about how do I dress. So now everyone in the business world, trust me, they're not looking at me like, oh, what is she wearing? Okay, good for her. No. The woman comes in and owns her space entirely. And every day is a new day. Not one day she'll think, oh, you know what, I'll go to the office, just whatever. The Devils Wear Prada did a great job. I mean, I'm not talking about the character as far as who she is as a person, but the intention. The hair is always perfect every day. Those glasses, they are there to stay. The fit and every clothes, whether it's dress, or pants, whatever it is chosen carefully because that is her brand. Because what does that brand do? It's ROI, return on investment. We spoke about it a couple episodes ago. Yes, it is about knowing that if you are intentionally dressed, that is how you're going to attract money. In her case, how do you think that the company is making billions of dollars worth of advertisement? Because they trust her, because that alignment is so beautiful that it's not like you think I'm going to put my money into buying a full page ad that's costing me dozens of thousands of dollars if I cannot trust who leads the show. They entirely trust her. And because of that, she is building relationships. She has done a ton of partnerships. That's how it works. That clothing and every detail she chooses to wear every single day is purposeful, goal-oriented, and intentional. That is branding right there. All right, so now let's get into a regular example because I hear the drama, which is like, oh yeah, but that's somebody famous. Yeah, okay, although I gave you today a person that is very recognizable everywhere. Now, let's move on. My regular client, and nobody is regular. This is the thing too. We all own our space and we are special in our own way. So let's not think that we are just blending in and going through the motion. We don't. Now, let me talk about my client, Marcus. So he's, at the time he was VP because he just actually got promoted. But at the time, VP of sales for a startup company, a tech startup company. And at the time he was raising $15 million. He was with the company from the beginning. It was someone he knew that he went to work for. And now it's time to raise capital because it's a Series B funding. And it's like, all right, now we need more money because the company is really feeling the wind is pushing. But now we need a lot of wind, a lot of money. Okay. But then he also realized that, he's not really doing such a good job at it because it kind of turns into, we'll see, we'll talk to you, we'll get back to you. So it's not no, but that's worse than no. Because I'd rather somebody that says no, that's not wasting my time and my hopes. I feel like, okay, then either I didn't pitch correctly, something on me didn't convey trust, something is there. So let's talk about the original misalignment because you see, that's also this whole urban legend, although it's finally picking up a little more, But the tech industry has this thing I've heard a million times. Oh, please, I don't need to be in a suit. Again, who said that? Not me, nobody. But do I say that if you look at your leader and you're looking at, the guy who owns Instagram or, yeah, I mean, actually, he's very mindful of every piece he wears. And does he wear a suit? No, he doesn't. So now, the guy would show up, mind you, pitching for $15 million that he needs to raise for the company. And he's showing up in hoodies, jeans, very questionable on the cleanliness of those jeans. Although now I know they have some washes that make it purposeful to look like you slept in them for days. Okay. And the sneakers, and that there's not a way to fake your sneakers. Those, belong to a garbage instead of his feet. See? And this is the thing. The first answer is, when I looked at him coming here, and I'm like, oh, pitch me for $15. Well, maybe I'll do that. $150? No, I'm not giving it to you. Why? Let's think about your message right here. In order to raise money, money is the most sensitive commodity people part from. That is the one thing, if you don't have 110% of trust of the person across from you, the way you look, the way you present yourself, your posture, your energy, everything will depend on that in order for someone to even want to open the conversation. Forget saying, yes, let's do business together. This is where I'm going to sign and wire the money. Yeah. So his first answer is the typical tech answer. Yeah, but I'm not the CEO of the company, of a banking company. Who said that? Oh, not me. Okay, good. Yeah, because I'm not anyone in the room. It's just you and I in the room. And this is the answer, very defensive right away. And what did we do? And now let's talk about the intervention. So what did we do? This is the thing. I observed who he was. I understood who he was from the get-go. But if you want to secure $15 million within 6 months for that company to have the lights still on every day, yeah, we're gonna tailor your look into, obviously I love to show, not to tell. Obviously here, we don't have time for that, so it will tell. But you see, instead of those jeans that 3 people can stay in, it's like, no, you're gonna wear jeans that are actually fitted to your body. And with your regular waist size, your real waist size. Now, you want to wear t-shirts? Why not? Although we can wear a shirt open, but we can even do that if the graphic is intentional. But on top of that is going a jacket or a blazer, that same thing. You can wear it off a rack, it's fine. But this thing is going into the hands of a tailor that will fit it on your body, because guess what? When you go in a room and you ask for money, as we established, trust is the one first thing we need in order to even continue after the handshake. We need all of it. Now, if I see that your jacket is fitted, your jeans are your right size, that means if it is showing me who you are right away and you're not trying to hide in some like moo-moo for men, well, that means, okay, you're probably trustworthy. Same thing, sneakers. There is an art to wear sneakers. Sneakers now is a huge culture. In fact, it will define your social layer upon how many dollars you are spending and how much money you spend on your sneakers, for sure. I have finally come to buy a few pair myself that I was never a sneaker guy, and got and eased up into it and realized, oh wow, actually there is a great way to send my message as well, because I was always, more on the dressed up size, and I am still, I'm always on the dressed up size, but it was just like, all right, I understood the messaging behind each of them. And that's the thing for him too. It's like, you want to go? Believe me, you think because you're meeting financial people, they're aware of their fashion. They're aware that this is recognizable. I have been shocked to have guys saying, for instance, oh, you're wearing the Jordan Air One. Actually, even I was the first time, and I do that for a living, and I was like, you know those shoes? Yeah, where did you get them? You can't even get them. I didn't even know that either. It was a fluke. It was beautiful. There's orange, which is a color. I mean, I love colors as well as I do black, so because it's just a different messaging. But it was my size, and they were there. I got super lucky. Now I could sell them in the street for literally, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. I had offers. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave barefoot now. Yeah, that's a great idea. But really, that's how important it is. So that was my intervention. Did I change him? No. I'm like, Marcus needs to stay Marcus. But do I need to take you from the idea of what you are to something polished that someone can trust and now they're going to give you money? Absolutely. The hoodie to the garbage, or if you clean your house, or if you watch Netflix and you want to chill, fine. This is not a place to do that. This is a place of business, and important business, serious business. You're asking for money, and that alone is the premise you got to be so intentional about. So that's what I'm talking about. The hoodie went on, and then to be replaced by fitted jackets and blazers. Even t-shirts, I was okay with it as long as it was a quality. And if the graphic was a graphic, it had to be why you're wearing this graphic. Fitted jeans, but not fitted ridiculously either, not like painted on. And actually a few pair of sneakers that now symbolized his casualness, with the idea that I know what I'm doing and I'm ahead of the game. And this is why today you can trust me and you can give me $15 million. And this is why science, which is the intention of what you're doing, and the psychology of appearance, and ROI are all times together. All times. Everything in life is transactional. And even when people say, oh, there's no money. Well, okay. If I go on a date, that's not transactional. Oh, yes, it is. Transaction of what? Saying, all right. This is who you are, and this is what you can offer in this relationship. This is who I am. This is what I can give. I can give you, and now can we meet in the middle? Or could we just meet, period? And make something out of that. That's a transaction. Because perhaps across, from you, the person cannot give you what you want. You want commitment and long-term relationship. They want to have fun and see where it's going. You don't want that. You want someone already with intention, getting into a long-term relationship. But this is the same thing. When you go for business and you wing it, well, yeah, it's like, let's see what's going to happen today. Or, no way, today it's happening. So you see that science and the ROI are at all time intertwined, whether it's personal or professional. Remember, branding doesn't have one identity. It's all of that together at all time. You're not just one body leaving your home and another body is walking into the workplace. That's how this works all the time. And science shows that when a leader wears more fitted clothes, where everything is intentional. Remember, Harvey Specter in Suits. I was obsessed with that show. The dress code of this man, the wardrobe of this guy, the haircuts, the watches, the timepieces, forget it. I'm a timepiece guy. But that's the thing. He felt powerful. As some others were roaming around and they were not so intentional with the way they looked, and they couldn't be trusted as he was the top dog in the firm. And that was the same thing. His boss, oh my God, I can't remember her name, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Dressed to kill. By being dressed to kill, she walked in saying, yeah, I'm a senior partner here, and I'm going to tell you how the weather even works over here. So that's what I'm saying. Here is how it goes. Remember that clothing, getting dressed in the morning, is not some very frivolous whatever comes in front of you, or you're gonna get out there just because today you feel like being out there. No. First, get into your state of mind. Identify that emotion that you feel in. What is the goal of the day? What's the purpose today? Who are you going to meet? Now, how does that go together? And when you look at something, how do you connect that this piece, yes, says that, this piece says that, and this too? Boom. Now my outfit is intentional. I'm going to walk out of here. Now I'm ready to conquer the world, because now you are purposeful, you are brand ready. To sum it up, your wardrobe is your ROI, because what does it do? By being intentional in your clothing, it closes the gap between how you see yourself and how you perceive yourself and how people perceive you back. And often there's a huge disconnect. I talk about it all the time in my keynotes, because it's like 3 attendees on stage, and by the time we're done, what they thought was portraying, their appearance was portraying, they realized that the people in the crowd, 3 random people, are saying, this is this and that, meaning now there's a huge gap. That's why your wardrobe is your ROI, because that alignment will create more revenue, trust to the max, higher profit, higher, better quality relationships, because now you're ready to conquer the world. All right, I'm gonna give you now a quick exercise with 3 parts to it. Easy breezy. It's really like, again, in a step-by-step process. You're here to learn how to build your brand, and this is something you need to learn and mature and understand as you go along. So step number 1 in that little exercise today is identify your visual power anchor. So what do I mean by that? You see, before we run, let's walk. So choose 2 or 3 anchor pieces that you feel like, when I wear them, I feel great. Whether the fit is great, maybe when you wear them, you remember when you buy that piece and why, and it makes you in such a good mood, or it gets you into that good memory thing. I talk about in my book when my client, bought that piece in London, that suit, and suddenly he puts it on and it's like a Superman. It feels like, yeah. So choose 2 or 3 pieces that you feel represent you the most, and when you wear them, something happens. Something so good aligns you together with your inner being, and that's how you're gonna start now understanding that when you wear those pieces, it's like magic. That day, you close deals. People talk to you anywhere you are. You open doors. Your employees are paying more attention. Your team is respecting you more, because this is a subliminal message you are sending. Now, step number 2. Audit your current wardrobe against the branding you want to aim for, meaning the brand positioning you want to go for. Because now you start understanding the process of it and how the psychology of appearance works, how to building your brand is a serious business and not just a fashionista or an influencer work. It's your responsibility every day as a leader, as a person, as a family, woman and man, as someone in your community, as whatever it is. At all times, that wardrobe will open doors or just shoo you out of here. So now, audit that current wardrobe. And now you start understanding that, okay, you gotta start intuitively realize, oh, I have this forever. This is old. I'm not wearing that. It's not my size. All of those things. Because now, what is the brand positioning you're going for? You wanna be respected, trusted, a leader. You wanna rock it. You wanna raise money. You want to build your own business. Now you want that promotion, that dream job that the headhunter now is working for you and, bringing you. Yeah, okay. Well, you need to do an assessment, because now you're going to see the huge discrepancy between what's going on currently in that closet of yours and what you really want to aim for, what you want people to remember you as. And now step number 3. You are going to create what I call a high-stake outfit. All right, what do I mean by that? Put yourself into a scenario, a little role play with yourself. No one is there, so there's no drama, no fear, no, gasping for air. No. You're gonna put in your mind, what is the dream scenario I want? Again, I go back to pitching an investor for the biggest amount of money you've ever had. Okay, great. Perhaps you want to have a partner in your business. You realize you're growing too fast. You need help. You need capital. You need structure. You need whatever the person is going to bring into the business, your business. Whether again, it's the job interview of your life. You have been at that level for quite some time, but you want to go for that executive position. There you go. Now, by creating, you're going to think of when I walk into that office, when I walk in front of the person, when I walk into that business meeting, which I know I'm going to literally be in front of the potential people that I need in my life. How does that moment look like? And you take your time and you put together that one outfit that is your high stake outfit, because it's going to help you saying, wow, that's actually being a leader is. Again, pay attention to who is your mentor, who is the person you look up to, someone that inspires you. Don't copy never works, but being inspired by, absolutely. So now do that, and you're going to see how your wheels are going to be spinning. Now, how you're going to understand that, wow, this is actually how that looks like. That's what success looks like. This is when I can recognize when I see a leader walking into the room. They don't need to speak. They don't need to explain their credentials. Even though, okay, you know who they are. But now you know why. Because when they walk into the room, it just stops. And everything stops. Because they have that momentum of star quality, because they are aligned together with their intentions, their emotions, and their appearance. And that is alignment. That is branding right there. All right, and now let's get to the fun part of it, because now you just understood that your brand is telling a story. Your appearance is storytelling when you walk into the room. All those details, well, they're saying something, and altogether, it is all of you on you. All right, so for that to happen, take the quiz. So you see in the description below, that quiz is fun. It's short to do. For the first timers that are with me today, take it. Take your time, but it's still gonna go quick. 9 questions, not some ridiculous amount of questions, but enough to wake you up, to have your wake-up call, to have your own aha moment, because you need that in order to start understanding that you have evolved in your career, you have evolved in a lot of things you do, but you never really thought of your appearance as something that evolved. It did. Who you were 5 years ago, 3 years ago, last year, is not you anymore. So take that quiz and you're going to be surprised. Let's see how and what kind of leader you are. And upon that, we are going to communicate, because I keep in touch with my entire community, and I'll help you build your brand upon the leader you are and the leader you want to be. Thank you so much. It was great spending time with you to help you build your brand, to build your own image, impact, index. À bientôt.